Good morning, you weirdos. I'm tired. Welcome to Grunt Speak Live, episode 97, where the butthurt is real, but the weddings are fake. I'm Toxic Male, and that is Terrence Pop.
What's up, you mother jammers suffering from shabitis? And that stands
Shabitis?
Shitbagitis.
Let's go, Brandon. Oh, I am supremely caffeinated this morning, Pop. How you feeling?
I'm a little tired, but we had an issue again. We had the guest was supposed to come on today. Got caught in Ohio all day yesterday for work, so it all fell through.
The Buckeye State.
Yeah. Well, he travels around, and one of his things he does is he does the drone stuff overseas. And then he works for a private company that sends him on the road to demonstrate the drones.
Cool. So maybe we can finally have him on next Monday.
Well, we'll try.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah, listen, I'm not going to make any promises, but we'll see.
No. It seems like every time we attempt to announce a guest in advance,
it goes south.
it always goes in the show. That's why when a Hammerhand came on, he's like, "Are you going to promote it?" I'm like, "No." Because as soon as I do, somebody's getting fucked somewhere, and not in a good way.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, but he did at least call, 10 minutes before the show, like, "Oh, I'm sorry, man." Yeah, what are you gonna? Hey, look, man, you got to pay bills, got to take care of family. That's just the way it goes.
It is what it is. This woman's got to pay some bills. Has anybody even heard of Faith Evans before we get started?
Yeah. All right. First, let's just do a side note here. Hang on. Okay. Men have been getting ransacked in divorce court since the mid to late 70s.
Forever.
There are men out there paying child support for kids that are not theirs. Damn you.
That was a request.
All right. And there are men out there who are just get their prenups thrown out. I mean, they're just getting just trounced in this corrupt divorce courts. And it's to the point where only 6.5 people out of 1,000 are getting married.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're starting to get these stories of women who are getting
equal lefts.
They're getting equal lefts, and they're getting bent over and rotted off the range by the divorce courts, and they're not happy, and I don't care.
Well, judging from the look of this woman, she was saddled up, ridden off the range, and put away wet several times before she got her in divorce court.
You told me she's, 48?
48. Let's check her out. If you don't know who she is, join the club. Faith Evans doesn't want to pay spousal support. She asked a court to deny her estranged husband spousal support. Stevie J, oh my, filed for divorce last month after 3 years of marriage, and the 48-year-old singer has now submitted a response to his petition in which she rejected the Love and Hip Hop star's request for a monthly payment. I swear, whoever wrote this article, it's just like an exercise in different ways to name drop. In the response, which was filed on Friday and obtained by RadarOnline.com, Faith also stated she wants all property acquired prior to marriage by gift, inheritance, or devise, and after the date of separation to be awarded to her.
It's not going to happen.
No.
That's not going to happen. And she's been married. This is her third divorce.
Third divorce, yeah.
All right. What did we learn here? What have we learned here? If you are going to go back out in the dating market and you run into a woman who's been divorced one time, it only takes one.
Yep.
And you better watch your shit.
Because she knows the paperwork now.
Well, one, she knows how the system works. Two, she's already flipped that switch within her to turn you into a nothing to somebody else. And she can easily do it again to you. So,
very true.
If you're going to mess around in that arena, just don't marry him, don't cohabitate, and be careful.
Yep. Apparently, this is, it's still in the preliminary stages, so we could very well wind up seeing this guy get screwed. Let me see. Music producer asked the court to terminate Faith's right to collect spousal support from him and asked them to work out how much his estranged wife should hand over to him to cover his expenses. The decision is yet to be made by the courts on spousal support. The pair got hitched in Las Vegas, July 2018. We all know what happens in Vegas.
Yeah.
Don't stay in Vegas.
No, all right.
Especially if it's herpes.
If he does get support, it's going to be not much longer than a year.
Yeah,
if he gets it at all.
If they're both singers in the industry, that really just walk away. What's mine is mine. What's yours is yours. Call it good.
Yeah, but once attorneys get involved and they start, divvying you up for the choice cuts of meat they can fillet off you.
Yeah, they all want their pound of flesh.
That's right. So, what's our inventory? How many people we have on?
306 on YouTube right now. A slow climb up the ladder. Everybody's back to work this week, I think.
Well, yeah. What are you going to do?
It looks like 22 each on D Live and Twitch. And 11 on MGTOW.tv. So slow afternoon.
All right, well, it is what it is.
It is what it is. 13 currently watching on Odyssey. How you guys doing over there on all the different sites? I love to see people on new tech.
Yep, and I heard Trump is getting involved in the whole Rumble thing.
I believe so, yeah. I think it's like Truth Social is the name of his social media platform that he's going to be launching. They're buddying up.
Yeah, Locals, that one, and Rumble.
Yep.
Like, remember, it was about a month or two ago, I made the prediction that Rumble's going to be a big thing.
Mm-hmm. Well, they've been around the longest of the new tech sites because they're actually about 7 years old. It's just recently they started coming into prominence. So they've got the infrastructure and the personnel in place, and now that YouTube is hemorrhaging users and creators,
Yeah.
Rumble's there to pick up the pieces.
Yeah, YouTube.
I thought it was going to be BitChute, but BitChute is, after announcing last year that they had reached funding saturation and that they were going to be instituting all this stuff,
They're stagnating.
it's over a year and a half later, and we're still got nothing.
They're stagnating.
Yes.
You don't want to stagnate. Listen, in the real world, when things move and there's a lot of chaos, stagnation is your enemy.
Yeah.
So, hey, what are you going to do?
Yeah, that's why we try to do different stuff around here. Speaking
right.
of which, we did finally shoot the Twilight Zone skit yesterday. It will be debuting this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was good stuff.
All right. Now, of course, on this show, whenever we show you something as plainly ridiculous as a woman says, I don't think I should have to pay spousal support. It's not fair. Well, we were only married 3 years.
Here we go.
But there is always somebody.
You want to talk about the fucking of the century? This is one of them right here.
Tennessee wife awarded alimony for very short marriage after meeting online. How short? Short enough to carry a child to term.
Yep.
9 months.
9 months.
Husband and wife met through an online dating service in 2009. Were married in 2010. Prior to the marriage, wife lived in a home she owned in Little Rock, Arkansas, with a 12-year-old daughter from a prior marriage.
Red flag.
Red flag. And worked as a quality management analyst for a hospital, or maybe she preferred the term analyst. The husband lived in Jackson, Tennessee, and owned a construction company, Gorbit Construction, LLC, which constructed custom homes. The husband owned 4 parcels of property, which were being held for future construction and sale. Sounds like somebody wanted a Brady Bunch situation, and she saw an easy mark.
That's right. She saw her cash and prizes after 9 months.
Yep. Before the wedding, they had picked out a home in Jackson. The closing of the new home took place a few weeks before the wedding. Only the husband attended the closing, and the deed was in his name only. Not that that's really going to mean anything.
No, it doesn't.
The wife put her Arkansas home on the market after the wedding, but the marriage crumbled before she was able to sell the house. Less than 9 months after the wedding, the husband moved out of the family home and filed for divorce. Wow. Both parties filed a petition asking for exclusive use of the home. The trial court held a hearing and granted the wife's petition, allowing her exclusive use of the home. The trial court awarded $2,055 a month in temporary alimony and ordered the husband to pay all expenses associated with the house.
Yeah.
So it's probably far more than $2,000 a month.
It probably is. And I'm going to be honest. I should probably start doing some research to find people who are schooled in asset protection. How to hide your shit so shit like this doesn't happen.
Amen to that.
Bullshit.
The pre-divorce mentality episode is a very good one.
Yeah.
You guys need to watch that one if you haven't yet. The husband alleged at trial that the wife was erratic, explosive, and abusive, and that her yelling and screaming frightened his daughter from a previous marriage. A Brady Bunch situation. He testified that he once had to lock himself in a bathroom to get away from her, and that she kicked a hole in the bathroom door. He also testified that she once trashed his home office. This is why you never marry somebody that you met on the internet. He provided 2 cell phone video recordings of her behavior as evidence in the trial.
Wow.
The wife admitted to these emotional outbursts. Oh, hang on, I got another one here for you. But you know what's going to happen. Testified that the husband provoked them by physical abuse. The husband also admitted to an extramarital affair. Now you just fucked yourself.
Yeah. Right.
And that he had taken his paramour on out-of-town trips. Well, if Bill Gates can do it.
Well, there's a double standard here. Like, women do this all the time, and there's no negative repercussions in court. Men do it, they get hammered.
Yep.
So if they want equity, that needs to be fixed as well.
There's also a crime here. At one point, the wife had opened a bank account in her name, purporting to do business as Gorbit Construction, his company. The husband testified she improperly deposited checks made out to the company into this account. When asked about this at trial, the wife asserted her Fifth Amendment right not to incriminate herself.
And you know what? This dude can go and he can get the feds involved on this bitch.
Yep. Because this is fraud.
Criminal.
It's fraud.
It's criminal.
Yeah. There was a dispute as to whether the wife worked for the husband's business. She testified that she had wanted to help the business. That's not the same as helping.
That's the same.
But the husband testified that she only helped a few times with isolated tasks.
Yeah.
Trial court determined that the new home, one of the properties owned for future construction, and the husband's life insurance policy were marital property. The trial court awarded the wife 42% of the marital home, 50% of other property, and 30% of the husband's insurance policy. They also awarded her transitional alimony for 2 years, $1,700 per month the first year, $750 per month the second, which she's going to appeal and probably get ratcheted up.
Well, actually, he has grounds to appeal.
I know that they both do, but just wait. The trial court determined that the marriage had been short, but the wife needed these funds to bridge the gap until she could reestablish herself in Arkansas. They also awarded her $2,500 in moving expenses. The husband appealed to the Tennessee Court of Appeals. The Court of Appeals affirmed the trial court's decision.
Oh, my God.
So Faith Evans can suck a big fat one, because if this can happen to a dude...
And it happens all the time.
Equal rights, equal lefts.
Literally, there's guys who get kicked out of their houses who've owned the house before the marriage.
Not like you would know about this or anything, right?
Yeah. I lived in my car. I know exactly what this is like.
Yeah, and I was very impressed that you were good enough sport to make that little skit with me when you were eating off the dollar menu in the backseat.
Well, I try to be a good sport. I'm successful at it most of the time. Sometimes not, but
well, if you can't laugh at yourself,
yeah,
who can you laugh at?
You have to learn. You have to learn how to laugh at yourself before you can actually laugh at the world.
Yeah, because if you can't laugh at yourself, then
yeah, you live in a miserable fucking existence.
Amen to that.
Ooh, yeah, and like, remember we did that one show about the prenups?
Yeah,
and the stat that I was able to put together is 80% of prenups survive through the judge to make it, to the end of the divorce. But almost all of them, well, not all of them, a majority of them are modified to a certain extent, which the judge really shouldn't have any authority over.
No, because that's a signed legal agreement.
It is. It is.
I mean, you don't just show up, at the 11th hour and start superseding shit that was presided over by other people, like a notary, probably lawyers.
Yep.
Well, vagina, so we're going to throw out that part. Come on. That shouldn't be legal.
No, it shouldn't. And, I mean, the legal system from divorce court to tax court to criminal court needs to be overhauled. I mean, it is so fucked up.
It's about as anti-constitutional as our duly elected ice cream social president.
Our dictatorship?
The dictator shit, yeah. I mean, seriously, how many Supreme Court smackdowns is he going to get before he finally realizes that he's just demented?
Well, what I don't understand is we have the mayor of New York doing the same shit the president did, and does he think he's going to be successful? What the fuck is he thinking?
Well, there is a difference between state and federal law and local level shit. Most of the laws that make people's lives difficult on a daily basis are state and local.
Yeah.
So, and there was a Supreme Court decision that did uphold a 10th Amendment decision that allowed states to do such a thing, but I'm not sure if a mayor can do it.
I don't think anyone has the power to do that unless it's approved by law. And so having the dictatorship of an area say, this is what we're going, it's not.
No.
That's not what our system is built on.
No. No.
It's a bunch of shiata.
Shiata. And now that Cuomo's lieutenant governor chick is in charge of New York in his absence, after his resignation, I mean, she's not going to do anything about it.
No.
Everybody's like, yay, Cuomo's gone. It's like, yeah, but you cut the head off one.
You get two more.
Get two more, exactly.
There's going to be more court cases. It's just a matter of time for people to get fucking fed up. And they say, you know what, this is stupid.
Y'all kiss my ass. All right, let's read some super chats, and then we're going to get into the main story of the day, which you guys are going to love this one.
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be hilarious. I sell cat litter in the chat with a $10 donation. Thank you so much. Just finished watching Crowder. He interviewed Kyle Rittenhouse. I heard about that. It was a great interview that everyone should watch. But does he say fuck you to LeBron again?
I don't know.
That was worth that whole interview. By the way, Sydney Watson, if you're out there watching, we would love to come on a show with you. I'm curious about your accent. Because I've been trying to fine-tune my ear and try to pick apart where the hell she's possibly from. I'm like, I just can't do it. It's like somebody took two different accents and just put them together.
You can't quite figure it out.
I can't quite figure it out, yeah.
Yeah. Some of the funniest shit I've seen with accents in Iraq, this dude from, I think it was Texas, had this deep southern twang, and he was speaking Arabic. You could see everybody talking to him like,
Aloha Akbar. Wow.
It was a trip. And he could speak Arabic, but you could hear the accent, the twang in his voice.
Yeah, I'm going to introduce you to my wife. This is... It's a beautiful name. How you doing? Zinglebert Christie fucks.
That's good stuff.
Bendy Dick Cummins Snatch. How you doing? Alpha K9er. Hey, Pop, when is the last payment party? I would be down to travel for that as long as it's announced ahead of time.
Well, I'm trying to put that together.
I know. I honestly don't think that it should go hand in hand with the ICMI. That should just be its own thing.
I think that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Because they did contact me because they were having a hard time finding a venue. And listen, you don't contact me to do the same thing everyone else has already done and failed.
Yeah.
You contact me to make shit happen.
And get it done.
And win. So I'm going through steps, and I remember I talked to the venue because they had already turned down the ICMI venue because of the way they pitched it to them.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, well, I tell them like, hey, I'm going to do a last child support check party, fantastic moment.
Yeah.
And then I could actually, once I get my foot in the door, I can get the rest of the venue. They knew who I am. I know 3 or 4 people on the board. So, I mean, it's not like they're going to get, the rug pulled out from underneath them.
Yeah, I mean, if we do one, as like a dress rehearsal, do the ICMI there, show that, and then we can always do your Mantastic Moment party at a different time after we know the venue well enough to set up all that.
Well, the 2014 ICMI was held there.
Oh, same place.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're familiar with it. And then they called me up like, well, I want to be up front. And I'm like, okay, good luck with that. All right. I wasted an assload of time. And I'm like, look, if you want to keep doing the same thing and expect different results, it's called insanity. I don't do that. So good luck.
Amen to that.
So they're doing just digital. They don't have a venue.
Okay.
I mean, good. I hope it works out for them. We're going to put our own little video up on their thing, but and I might.
Okay. Are you talking about this year or next year?
This year.
Oh, this year. Okay.
Yeah, I want to have that suicide briefing that I did at CME. Just send it to them. I think we've already done that.
Yeah, I did, but then they asked me to cut out a whole bunch of crap.
I decided not to do it because we're not. I am not shortening shit. Listen, if you don't want my stuff on your platform, I send it to you. If you don't like it, now you want me to modify it, I'm not doing it. Because that would take away from the impact. That was a damn good presentation.
Yeah, you built everything around building up to those videos. So,
yeah, and it is what it is. And a lot of the people who started the ICMI are getting burned out because it's been going on for a while.
So we'll just plan our own Mantastic Moments party with a live Grunt Speak live with an audience.
Oh, yeah, we'll see what we can do.
I think that'd be pretty kick-ass, my friend. Just saying. Could have some fun. Maybe we can invite some other creators, or maybe even just like some fan favorites on the show. Like we can have Rumor on.
Yep.
Bring Senior Airman Dick Fitzwell, and what about Lauren? We can bring Lauren on the show. By the way, Lauren, happy birthday.
All right.
Not sure how old you are, but you look good for any age, honey. Alrighty. Yep. Crazy Uncle Wango Tango. Oh boy.
Oh, here we go.
I got set up to meet a woman for breakfast. She was all interested until she found out all my extra cash goes into building my house.
I've actually heard very similar stories about women getting turned off by dudes' hobbies because he won't stop doing his hobbies.
Mm-hmm.
I had a buddy of mine who was a scuba diver, right? He liked to
yeah.
travel around and go scuba diving in different places. Gets with a woman. She's not going to scuba dive. She went with him on a few of his trips. And then slowly she was like, yeah, this is so much money. We need this for that. And he's just like, fuck off. You're gone. But a lot of guys cave.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate, but it does happen a lot.
Daniel Williams is having some buffering issues. Sorry, dude. Maybe it's your signal if you're trying to listen to it on your phone. Things happen. We can only do so much. I've actually bumped down our transmission feed to like its lowest point before it would start to look like crap.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And we are in a basement in a house in the suburbs.
Yeah, well, nobody else seems to be complaining. So
it happens.
Sounds to me like somebody's got one of them there, what's it called, a personal problem.
You got a problem with Murphy and technology.
Yeah, that's just unavoidable.
What are you going to do?
Exactly. True Blue the Cat, with a $10 donation, did not get a notification from YouTube. Big surprise. Mm-hmm. Drive let me know, though. Here are some fun bucks. Go spend it unwisely.
Okay, thank you.
I don't know, man. Your girlfriend looks like she might need replacing pretty soon. What do you think? Is she looking a little bottom heavy there?
Almost empty.
Oh yeah, you're gonna need a new girlfriend pretty soon.
Might need one.
I hope you don't mind being replaced, honey. It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's gonna trade you in for a younger model. Crazy Uncle again. At that point, she lost interest, even putting on an extra layer. I got back by the greatest 3 words ever spoken. Split the check. Which might as well be.
Okay, we'll have to go with a big fuck off.
There you go.
Nice.
DeWall. Nice to see you, sir. By ordering this man to give this woman anything, the judge is signing off on everything she did. I'm not saying I condone what would happen to the judge, but I do understand.
Yep.
Yeah, you've said it many times. You don't understand why there's not a barricaded gunman across from every family court in the country.
Every day, 24/7, 365. We can actually do a comedy skit where I'm the organizer of the barricaded gunman. I have like a checklist to go down.
It's like a deer blind across the street.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be great. What if the thing is, though, that these dudes, inevitably it would become just another hunting trip. It's like he's out there in the cold in the deer blind waiting for the judge to come out, and he's all miserable and shit. And he's got like a fishing pole hanging out one window. He cranks it up, and there's a 6-pack of beer hanging on. He cranks one off, lowers it back in.
That'd be kind of funny, man.
Yeah,
but I'm serious. The injustice is palpable. I have no idea why there isn't more violence.
And it is completely unconstitutional. Your constitutional rights mean nothing in divorce
family court.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially if you're getting forced to pay for a child that's not yours.
Yeah.
You're being turned into a slave.
Happens all the time. And some states actually have contingencies in place even if you find out that the child is not yours.
Yeah.
If you find out after that child is 2 years old, you are still stuck paying.
All she has to do is dupe you for 24 months in most states.
Oof.
Yep. That's why they need to make the DNA mandatory.
Yep.
As soon as that kid drops out of the pocket, cheek swab him, cheek swab the father, and there you go.
Exactly. Jaffa on the bound. My ex that I'm fighting for, my twins, is a divorce lawyer. Oh, boy. I should be screwed, but her first 3 kids were taken from her due to neglect. Hence my heavy push for a house CPS is who I'm worried about. Okay.
Well, first of all, we're working on administrative violence.
Yeah.
And there are techniques in there you can go after anyone
Yeah.
illegally, of course. You can go judges, attorneys. You can go after the plaintiff, defendant, anyone involved.
Yeah. I do have to ask though, Jaffo. She had 3 kids from a previous relationship that were taken away.
What were you thinking?
And you married her and knocked her up with twins?
Yeah, what are you thinking, bro?
I know what he was thinking.
Well, the thing is that red flag is so prominent. It's literally on a flagpole in his own ass while he's banging this chick. Come on. Just come on, man. Jesus Christ.
If he were to bang her on a moving vehicle, it would look like Mario Kart. Flag.
I mean, what the fuck are you thinking, man?
I know what he was thinking. You could say it with me. Oh, she different. She loves me. And we've all been there. Like anybody who's ever dated a single mom knows that these women are experts at everything to do with the vagine. Like any hole that they can use to manipulate a man, they will use it and they will love bomb you with them until they have you nice and complacent, and then they will start slowly removing all of those things that hooked you in so that you will miss them, and then therefore just devote yourself that much more because you want to try to get that back.
Well, you're gonna dance to her tune.
Yep.
You don't want to do that, man. That's never a good thing.
No. But good luck with that, Jaffo. Wish you all the best. Marlon Alvarado with a $20 donation. Thank you so much. Zelly would make this easier, just saying. But Zelly, that's a payment processing app, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll try to get involved in that.
Yeah, they were.
If I recall, I couldn't hook it up like a year and a half or a year ago because my credit union isn't in the Zelly network.
Yeah, that was an issue that I had as well. Because my brother was trying to, you should download Zelly, and I tried to hook up my credit union, couldn't do it. I think it's a bank-only thing, so that may not be a possibility, Marlon. But he did say, so I just had to load one up there for you.
Nice.
Not bad. All right.
That looks like a girl I went to high school with.
Actually, not bad. Shatter Song with a $20 donation again. Thank you so much. Something for the beer fund. God bless you, Pop.
Thank you.
Thank you. Risky Krisky, I emailed you a story to read. Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
Stories are always good. Let's see which email it went to. So please read the attached PDF as per my super chat. You know, when you say that you're going to attach a PDF.
Attach the PDF.
It helps if you attach the PDF.
Yeah. So I'm going to have to go with unfuck yourself on this one. Yeah. I've seen this before.
So the story of the guacamole virgin. So if you want to send it again, Risky Krisky, but you did not attach it. So.
Yeah. I've made this mistake a few times myself. It's not a big deal.
That's one thing that Gmail does that I will actually give them a little bit of credit for. When they see the word attach in an email and you haven't actually attached something, it will say, you wrote the word attached. Did you mean to attach something? It'd be like, thanks, man.
No. There was a couple times like I failed to attach, pretty important reports to go up the chain of command.
Oh, I forgot to put the cover sheet on your TV.
I get back to the little air. It's like 7 o'clock at night. I gotta call my cell phone. Hey, fuckhead. hey, where's the goddamn spreadsheet? I'm like, oh shit. Back in my car, drive out to the unit at 10 o'clock at night to reattach it to send it to the... Yeah, I've done that a couple times.
So Risky Krisky, just to let you know, you're going to need to send that again. I'll keep an eye out for it. Thumper the Sweaty Fat Guy. Nebraska hit me with 71% of my gross. State law dictated no more than 68, and they had to leave $950 a month. Tip of the iceberg in my shit show.
Wow.
71%.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
How is anybody supposed to live?
Yeah. When it gets to the point where you can't live, I don't understand why these people aren't taking the law into their own hands.
So messed up.
It's just my opinion, of course. But, hey.
Yeah.
Pain. I mean, if somebody says, I'm not happy, and all of a sudden you literally are a slave for the rest of your life,
yep.
What's the point? What is the fucking point?
Yeah, there is no point. I'm laughing because I saw Polska Bob's message over here on Streamlabs with a donation. Here's some monies. I hate you both.
All right.
I hate you too, man. I hate you too. Give me a hug, you big lug. Jackal the Emperor with a $50 donation.
All right.
Wow.
We're not worthy. We're not worthy.
Story from my father sent to your Redonkulas mail. Butt pics later. Oh, actually, we got the butt pics right here. Let's take a look here. Are they things we can show? This one we can show.
That's not bad.
That one we can show. That one we're allowed.
Yep. But these like tights these girls are wearing leave nothing to the imagination.
I know, and then they wonder why men stare at them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like you're out there totally looking for attention or anything.
She's a little light in the ass department.
She is. She's skinny, so, you know.
It's all right.
Get what you
Skinny's
get.
good.
Get what you get. Yeah.
One of the benefits you get of skinny girls is you really don't. Well, you don't have to worry as much about them getting fat.
Oh, but if they do,
ugly.
Wow, yeah. That's when you wind up with the
gravitationally challenged.
Yeah, it kind of looks like somebody over-yeasted the dough when it's coming out of the oven.
Oh, yeah.
It bumps.
It's all effed up.
Ugh. Been there, done that. Kenyan booty. Not bad.
That's not bad.
It's always in the middle of the screen when I try to load this shit up.
I like
Send
that.
them as attachments. I can open them in different windows.
Big butt, red hair. Can't go wrong.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you can't see her face, though.
It's that fake pink hair, though.
Yeah.
I don't really like
But
that.
still, I mean.
Yeah, it's that autumn color that ladies buy in a box.
That's a natural.
It's like, it's natural. Oh, it's a natural autumn color, but your hair looks purple in the sun.
If she has a redhead, she probably ages like banana pudding. For those of you who don't know, banana pudding, when you take it from the fridge to the counter where you're going to eat it, it turns brown in like that 6-foot span of space you have to traverse.
Yeah.
I've seen it quite a few times. Banana pudding.
All right. The Emperor's Father's Story. Here, let me set the scene. I'm sitting at a bar eating my salad and boneless wings. On my left are two very average, 4 or 5 at best, women. One dressed in nice apparel. The other your typical yoga pants showing off her thunder thighs. Pardon me. No makeup, which was really needed. Hair in a bun. Very average, maybe even below average. Note, these were the only women in the Hooters not accompanied with men, husbands. On my right was a 30-ish black guy drinking Boilermakers, glass of beer with a shot of whiskey, and also eating a serious amount of food. In front of me behind the bar is Kelsey, a 7.5 to 8 looking bartender about to graduate from college with a BS. That is very apt.
A BS and
that's
BS?
a very apt, set of initials there, in sports medicine.
Oh.
So she'll actually make really good money doing that. The rest of the bar is filled with single guys flirting with Kelsey and her smiling back at them and doing what she can to show a little more cleavage, boosting those tips, not to be confused with tits.
Yeah, she's showing her a colletage.
Oh, yeah. You can include me in getting the looks down the shirt. Yeah, baby. I just wanted to reach in and grab a handful of tit, but kept my composure and just smiled while my tongue was hanging out, enjoying those boneless wings even more. Some of the guys who were regulars were asking Kelsey if she was married. I assumed she had talked about it on prior occasions. While sitting directly in front of me, she said, "Depends on the day. Sometimes I want to get married, and other days I want to bury him in the front yard." That stirred up a round of discussion, as well as some laughter among the guys at the bar. The two very average females made comment as well, but I did catch it, and then they went back to drinking their glasses of wine and talking among themselves. I'm going to assume they were... I'm not sure if I can say that on YouTube. Water dams.
Huh?
Or, lesbianims.
Lumpy liver lickers?
Rhymes with bikes for a few drinks, or maybe desperate women looking for a hookup. Don't care, I was giving no attention. I struck up a conversation with the black guy on my right. He's a driver and furniture mover from St. Louis on a job here in Cincinnati and another in Dayton. He didn't look real happy, but was enjoying Kelsey's flirts. We somehow got into his 12-year relationship and the fact that he was raising a teenage girl that wasn't his,
Oh, my God.
but was happy in doing so for the woman he loved. He said right before he left town for an out-of-state moving job, his woman of 12 years told him she was 2 months pregnant with another man's child.
Oh, my God!
At that moment, I could see tears welling up in his eyes. He actually loved this hooer and used his hard-earned money to raise her child by another man, and he was rewarding her, whoring around again, but thankfully he had enough and walked away. Thank God. I tried to comfort him and told him he needed to watch Pop, Kevin Samuels, and SSM to inoculate him from ever doing that again. He thanked me and shook my hand. I felt his pain, and if he has any sense at all, he will not make that mistake again. In 1 hour, I experienced all there is to know about women.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest.
Wow.
That is very common.
Yeah?
It's very, very fucking common.
Yep. And it really is like women just love the attention and, fucked as it is, the camaraderie they feel bitching about men. Because when they bitch about their man, simps come out of nowhere and just start just flogging them with attention. Oh, you deserve a better man. You know, he don't know what he has, right? And then if you're women working together at work, all they do during lunch hour is bitch about their men.
Get rid of them. You deserve better.
Yeah. And if there's a woman there who doesn't want to do that or is happy,
ostracized.
Whoosh, off to the side.
Well, you know, while I was taking that 7 years off of relationships, I did talk, you know, to a lot of women, and I did a lot of surveys for material for the show. And other than getting splashed with beer that one time, that was actually a funny story. But there's probably 6 or 8 stories where I would talk to these women, and I would get like the woe is me, you know, begging, you know, they want sympathy or something. And I'd be like, so are you single or oh no, I'm divorced. Oh.
Divorced.
How long were you married? You know, 5, 7 years. Okay. And then I look at them and I'm like, how many times in your life do you think you're going to get somebody who's going to dump thousands of dollars, invite all of their friends and family into the house of God, who's going to swear to take care of you for richer or poorer for the rest of your life? How many times do you think that's going to happen? You're 34 now.
Yeah.
Dude,
If
you better get used to what you got, because odds are you're going to ride this all the way into the beach.
Yep. If you're 34 and you haven't met a guy, or at least not in a committed relationship, it's basically over for you.
Well, yeah. And the look on their faces, like when I tell them the truth, it's like I'm literally sawing off like part of their soul.
Well, I mean, at this point, the wall is in sight. If they're 34,
they're hitting the wall. They're like
their biological clock, the alarm has already been going off, and they've been ignoring it, just like women tend to ignore the smoke detector low battery signal in their house.
Yep.
Seriously, I will hear that from outside, run inside, and change the damn battery. That is how much that fucking annoys me.
Yep.
But most people I know, women especially, will ignore that smoke detector low battery blip until it's beep, beep. There was actually a Loveline call once upon a time where they heard it over the phone.
Yeah.
The chirp going off. So, oh, I don't know. It's been going off like that for like a month. Like, oh, dear God.
Yeah, it's called a battery.
It just goes to show you, though, that right there, ignoring the chirping from the low battery thing and the smoke detector is like, that tells you everything you need to know about somebody's character, because they will ignore something being wrong until it blows up in their face, and then they'll wonder why it happened.
Yeah. Yep.
Wah. Are you ready for this?
This is going to be a good one. Now, we've covered a lot of similar subjects about women marrying themselves or marrying dogs or what have you. But this one stinks of desperation.
Yes, it does. Oh, actually, we missed a couple here. They weren't loading up, and now they are on MGTOW.tv. We'll get into this just a moment. 2 from Senior Airman Dick Fitzwell. Dude, you're a legend. What's up there, you dick taster shits? Why would you text me back? Wait. We're about to get into that. And I like Pop's mantra on these bitches. Bail, bang, and immediately leave. That should be a new shirt.
Bail.
Oh, like, Mom, Dad, I need bail money. You're in jail? No.
I need an Uber.
Carson is the Crab. You two have helped me more than I could ever say. Thanks for all the work you do. Well, thank you very much for watching. Please help us spread the word.
$3.98.
Winning.
Been at $3.98 for a while.
2 from Mr. Right. You know, I have some. I know some ladies who've been looking for you. We're on Odyssey. Almost live. Nice. And we're doing great. Thanks. Glad you're doing well. Are we ready on the right?
Ready?
Right in the left.
Ready?
Right in the middle.
All right. Select your switch on semi. Watch your lane.
It's time for the live edition of Ride and Roast, which we call The Last Straw. Woman reveals she faked her own wedding, complete with lavish venue, stand-in groom, and a professional photo shoot in a desperate attempt to get her ex to text her, only for him to ignore her completely.
Like a champ. Do they tell you what the backstory is here?
We're going to get into it, but there's actually a video here.
All right.
So let me bring this up. I'll put this over in the sources thing so we can see it a little bit better. Remembering the time I faked my own wedding. Now, she uses copyrighted music here, so I'm going to have to keep it silent, but she shows some of the wedding photos that she had staged just to try to get her ex to text her. This is beyond sad. Should have a little Beethoven.
How old does this woman look?
Probably in her late 20s. Yep, there's the photos. Get out of here.
I'm wondering what the backstory is, though. Why she broke up with this guy?
Well, we're going to find out here, I think, in a minute.
She's a little...
She's full German.
Yeah, she's full German.
She's got some Latin in her, though. You can see it.
Yep. Oh, it could be Italian.
Could be. The feminine urge to fake a weeding to get revenge. Okay, so if you got revenge, wouldn't that require him caring?
Yeah.
Just saying. All right, let's get into the details. This is too funny for words. A woman has admitted that she faked her own wedding, complete with a professional photo shoot and a stand-in groom, in an attempt to get her ex-boyfriend's attention, only for him to see it and ignore her in the end. King!
All right!
Oh, she's German. Germany-based woman who is named Jacqueline and goes by the username Die Shacklin online, or D Shacklin if she's German, revealed on TikTok that she pretended to get married in an attempt to get her ex to text her. But, oh no, we already saw her. Although she is nice, though. We can look at that a little bit longer. Next one. Very nice. It didn't work.
No.
Remembering the time I faked my own wedding and had a professional photo shoot so he would reach out, she wrote in the video, which quickly went viral, gaining more than 1.7 million views, which I'm sure all of those were real people and totally not Chinese bots, since it was posted last week.
She's never going to live this down.
Nope. And rightfully so. The clip shows her covering her face with her hand and looking embarrassed before an array of professional pictures that were taken from the fake wedding flashed across the screen, including one that showed her and the faux groom, who was named Jeff, smiling at each other as they gazed romantically into each other's eyes.
Oh, my God.
I mean, we need to get some backstory here.
I know.
There's got to be some more here from this. Like, they're showing some more of the pictures here.
Cake.
Oh, man, they even had the frickin' cake. I'm hoping that was fake. Because if she commissioned a real cake, that's like $300 of wasted money. Not to mention how much it would have cost.
Blasphemy.
Yeah, it would cost the photographer a ridiculous amount too. Shit.
Yeah, she's probably looking at $4,000 to $5,000 deep in this.
So it doesn't look like we're going to get much backstory here. Another snap showed Jacqueline, who is from Germany, posing in front of a windowsill in a gorgeous white wedding gown. Others showed her and her new fake husband cuddling, laughing, and dancing together. Some also showed them getting ready to walk down the aisle together. It appears that Jacqueline even rented out a venue to take the photos, had her hair done professionally, and paid to have a wedding cake made.
Wow.
Now, you can commission fake wedding cakes that are there just for show. I've seen that.
Okay.
That's probably exponentially cheaper. The pictures, which were taken by Alessandro Vagliarani, looked convincing, but unfortunately, the stunt was unsuccessful. Worst part is, he watched my story and still didn't reach out. Many people flooded the comment section with their thoughts, with some begging the TikToker to share more details on what went down, and others wondering what she would have said if he did reach out. Ma'am, I'm going to need you to give us a story time for this one. I need context.
Yes.
User wrote, yes. Another added, I thought I was crazy. I need to get on this level.
Well, I mean, there's women out there who pay for the venue, pay for the photographer, and actually have a ceremony marrying themselves.
Yeah. Wait, but how embarrassing and crazy you must look when he finds out it's not real.
Like I said, 1.7 million people saw this. You will never going to live that down. I mean, wait, go back.
What's that?
Is that dude shorter than her?
It looks like they're roughly the same height. He might be a little taller. They're pretty much standing eye to eye. depending on whether or not she's wearing heels.
All right, well.
Oh, my. I mean, she's not bad looking, you know. So some of the comments here.
Full German chick.
So what? We got another user here. What were you going to say if he reached out? What was the plan? Olivosaurus Rex should have done an engagement shoot. Once the wedding happens, it's too late. Gamer Twig, why would he reach out on your wedding day? With a puke emoji. Shay Love, I did this, and he actually reached out and stopped the wedding and asked me to marry him. All it takes is the right amount of crazy. Yeah.
All right, that's a recipe for disaster.
I'm going to call bullshit on that, actually. I will go so far as to say I'll take things that never happened for 400, Alex.
Even if it did, and it's a recipe for disaster, they're not going to have a successful marriage.
No.
Are you out of your fucking mind?
No, and I think this person is just a flat-out liar. Kaylin Cooper, LOL, my sister-in-law told me that when she posted her wedding pictures, exes that she hadn't talked to in years reached out regretting not picking her. Well, yeah, your sister-in-law told you that.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
receipts.
Women are nuts, man. I mean, what are you going to do? Man, this is insane.
Ugh. It's unclear how much Jacqueline paid for the photo shoot, but according to weddingforward.com, a photographer will charge anywhere between $500 and $10,000 for a pre-wedding shoot, depending on the length of time. One photographer named Sasha Cho, for example, charges $1,500 for a 4-hour photo shoot.
That's about what I was going to say.
Yeah.
$1,500.
For that price, the customer will get 120 photos, including 20 that are retouched. That's it.
Wow.
This is...
I mean, your wedding package is better than that, right?
Yes. This puts a new shining gold medal button on the word pathetic.
And this happened in Germany.
Yes. And she does not look German. She doesn't look German at all.
Eh? I mean, she's got the full German body.
She's got the full German body, but her looks to me say...
Mediterranean.
Latin. Yeah, Mediterranean for sure. Maybe Italian, Sicilian possibly.
Mediterranean, yeah.
A little bit of a darker skin there possibly. I mean, with as many migrants as are running around in Europe now, you can never really tell. So, I wonder if they got married in a no-go zone. Or perhaps a no-no square.
Stop! Don't touch me there. This is my no-no square. Stop!
Woo!
It never gets old.
I mean, what are some things that let's say top 5 things that she could have done that would have been a hell of a lot cheaper?
Well, buy some champagne, vanilla ice cream, and cry her eyes out at home.
That would have been cheaper. I would have to say texting or calling him if you're that gagging for the taste, smell, and feel of his penis one more time. What else you got?
Well, that's about it. I mean, this is so desperate. I mean, I've never even. I can't even put myself in the mindset of this.
I can't either. I mean, at this point, starting an OnlyFans would have actually saved more of her dignity, and she probably would have made some money off of it.
I just want the backstory of what happened.
I would love some context. I really would. I think at this point, I mean, when it's gone this viral and you've got Daily Mail, the New York Post did an article on this, and we still don't really have any context of it. I think she's just embarrassed.
A lot of women will do crazy shit like this when they're at fault and they realize, say, hey, I fucked up.
Yep.
And then it's too late.
Yeah, they leave you because they got green grassitis, take off, and it turns out Chad, Tyrone, Pookie, and Ray, maybe all of them at the same time. I mean, who knows?
Not working out.
Not working out. Well, I thought he would change.
Listen, there's going to be a spinster bubble. We did a show on it. In the future, we're going to have a rash of women, once they reach around 40-ish, realizing the game is fucking done.
Yep.
And then you're really going to see the desperation come out.
Oh, it hasn't already? I think it has.
I think it has.
I think it's reaching critical mass as we speak. You want to know how I know?
All right.
Single woman who failed to find love after dating for 6 years decided to marry herself and even proposed in the park.
Now, this is even more crazy.
Grace Gelder is her name. Many women say they always wanted to get married but have never found the right man. Now a 31-year-old filmmaker from London has got around the problem by tying the knot to herself. Grace Gelder had been single for 6 years. Now, dudes, you probably already know this, but I'm sure that there are some dudes out there who don't. When a woman tells you that she's been single for 6 years, that doesn't mean that she's been living alone, going to sleep alone every single night, living in a convent, you know, with a rosary tied around her clit.
No.
Okay. She has been getting ran through. You could probably stack all of the penises end to end and run them through the middle of town on the railroad tracks, and if that was your neighborhood, you'd be waiting a long time.
You might have to find an alternate route.
Alexa, get me the fuck out of here!
And so she's 31 and she's doing this?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
She proposed to herself on a park bench, bought a ring and a dress, and invited all of her friends to watch.
Oh, my God.
And, of course, who did she tell this story to? The Guardian.
So I have a hard time believing this is actually true. But, you know, women are fucking nuts, so I don't know.
But MGTOW they're the sad and pathetic ones, right?
They're just, the dudes are like,
Wow.
like the MGTOW people are the dudes who are like, you know what, this is absolutely stupid.
Yeah.
We have a system that rewards one half of the contract for breaking it.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, I'm going to wind up in the poorhouse, a slave. I mean, fuck that.
Yeah.
I don't blame them.
I don't blame them at all. What's funny, though, is that if a dude were to do this, everyone would point their finger and rightly call it pathetic.
Yep.
These women get whole newspaper articles in, like, mainstream media rags devoted to this shit.
They get a pass.
They get a pass. Miss Gelder told The Guardian, "The day was obviously centered on me, the final event being a mirror for me to kiss." Oh, God. Wow. But it also felt like I was sharing something special with my friends, giving everyone an opportunity to reflect on their own ideas of love and commitment.
Oh, my God.
I had one friend in her 50s who said it was one of the best weddings she had ever been to. Are you familiar with the concept of people humoring you?
That's exactly what I was going to say. I mean, God damn it. This is going to happen more and more moving forward.
Oh, God! Why didn't anybody tell me?
God.
And she's not alone. If you guys don't remember, probably 3-4 years back, we did a whole little small pop culture episode on this sologamy nonsense. Mm-hmm. And even more recently, we have this incredibly good-looking Brazilian lingerie model who married herself, again, to preach self-love. I wasn't ashamed. Now, this is YouTube, so I'm going to have to scroll by this pretty quickly, but I want you all to enjoy it. And then you can all Google her name at the end.
All right.
Probably with the word naked attached.
And how old is this girl?
We're going to find out. She really is in love with herself. Cris Galera, a voluptuous lingerie model, yes, she is, an influencer from Brazil, recently married herself outside of a Catholic church in Sao Paulo in the name of self-love.
Oh, God.
I wasn't ashamed. I went to church with determination, she told the Post about her wedding for one. I did my own makeup and hair, and everyone was watching me because I didn't have a fiancé. For the solo ceremony, she sported a white dress with a killer neckline, and it flaunted her best features. She even tossed a floral arrangement in celebration.
What
neckline?
neckline?
We can't see it in this dress, but the back looks nice. Although the way that she's smiling and the way that the light is hitting her, somebody's had some work done. Most people loved it and found it interesting. They think I'm kidding, but I actually married me. And some women say they'll do the same. Yeah, but they're not going to look like you.
No.
I'm going to tell you that right now. Oh, my.
Oh, my.
Although I will say that face right there, that is a 1,000-cock stare with a side of ranch dressing on the salad.
It is.
Wow. She is so dead inside.
Oh.
Whew. If you whistled near her hooch, it would restart the Hunger Games.
Oh, God.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Thanks, fellas, but she'll pass. Sure.
Sure.
I like to be a priority, and I am my priority.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
No, there's nothing wrong with that at all.
But, I mean, this is ridiculous.
But only if you're a woman, apparently. If a dude were to do the same thing, he would get cock-smacked.
He'd get blamed and shamed.
Blamed and shamed. But you can't take her at her word, dudes. 3 months later,
Oh, here we go.
Brazilian model who married herself will get divorced. Says that she met someone special.
Oh, my God.
You can't make this
a
stuff
real
up.
thing?
You can't make this stuff up.
Oh, my Lord.
She's...
Wow.
It's catch it up here later. There it goes. Now, Chris Galera, who hails from Sao Paulo in Brazil, recently in an interview revealed she's falling in love again after meeting someone special. Maybe she has another personality. Brazilian model, after getting tired of relying on others, married herself in September. Months later, she's all set to divorce herself as she's finally met someone special. Chris Galera stated that she was embracing herself and was not at all disappointed, but it appears that Chris has had enough after being a wife to herself for just 90 days.
Wow. Yeah, that's fucked up. Oh, man, I hate myself so much. I need an annulment.
The funny thing is that there's no actual name mentioned. No dude, or maybe she just realized, hey,
I'm stupid.
I'm stupid. Maybe I capitalized on the wrong thing. Maybe I
Yeah.
should
Or
just,
the dude is like, don't you dare mention my name in any of this shit. This is insane.
maybe I should just start an OnlyFans. That would help.
And that's not even that's a different picture. That's not the same girl, though.
No, that's a stock photo. It's just wow. Just wow. And
Women are nuts, man.
And ladies wonder why the dating market is the way that it is. It's because they are in almost complete control of it until they hit 30.
Well, I've told this to a lot of dudes. You have the power of marriage. Women have the power of sex.
Exactly.
And the power of sex wears out. About 35, it's done.
Amen to that.
I mean, that's the truth.
Yep.
Most women are sterile by 34.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, here we go. I saw this one earlier.
Yes, I showed you this one earlier.
This is pretty good.
It is beyond ridiculous. So I will have a link to this on the website, after the stream, like always. You can check out all the sources for yourself. This particular woman embodies everything that men have come to hate about dating.
Here we go.
And it kind of ties all of these stories together with a nice little bow that smells like fish and bad decisions.
Or just bad decisions.
Quite possibly true.
So this guy that had a crush on me and was chasing me, but I was uninterested in him, finally moved on because I rejected him multiple times. And I'm like, wow, what the fuck? Come back. Why did you move on? Maybe I was just kidding.
Get the hell out of here.
Maybe I like you now. Come back.
What a bunch.
This is why even good-looking women like her, because she is good-looking, will wind up alone because of their sheer entitlement.
Well, they're all chasing like the top 5%.
Yep.
And there's 95% that they're ignoring.
And didn't Joker do a video where he collated all of the dating stats and the swiping on Tinder?
Yeah, it's fucking insane.
Yeah, and
It's
women
like
only agreed
1/10 to 1%.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And those are just the ones they go on a date with.
Yeah.
They swipe right less than 5% of the time.
Yep. It's fucking,
Wow.
well, first of all, like my advice to men, if you find yourself entering the friend zone and you don't really know where you stand,
Abandon ship.
no. When in doubt, asshole your way out.
Yep.
Because assholes will get a second chance, usually. Nice guys, never.
Nope.
Never.
Nope. So this woman here is what you get when you've been the simp in the friend zone. You're the boho, orbiting, hoping to burn in and break yourself off a piece before it's too late.
And she's
And-
what, 24?
Probably. I would say she's no older than 25, 26.
Well, here's the cautionary tale that I myself have had to experience. Back in the day, when I was actually shopping for a legitimate wife, right? One of the top picks gave me the business. Not going to say her name. I was into this chick, but it is what it is. I moved on.
Yep.
And to this day, every now and again, I'll hear from her. And she's alone, overweight, and running out of options.
That's what happens, dude. That's why you play the long game. Never, ever sacrifice your self-respect for a piece of pea sleeve. It never works out.
It took me a long time to learn that. And you know what? I mean, there's a lot of dudes out there that I bet have similar stories. So send them in the comments.
Yep.
It's very common.
Yeah, I mean, just when you look at this, you see all of the narcissism, all the entitlement coming out of these articles, these various stories. Is it any wonder why the dating market is just completely in the shitter?
Well, one, the juice isn't worth the squeeze. Two, there's no benefit for men to get married, especially if you don't want to have kids.
Yeah, if you don't want to have kids,
there's no use. Don't even do it.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean,
and if you're going to have a family, do it right and have two parents in the home to take care of the child.
Yeah.
But if you don't want to have kids, don't bother.
Why bother? And like, if you link up with a chick that's got, kids and she was never married, or she's divorced, you better be cautious.
Run.
You're going to get hammered.
Yep.
That's just the way it is.
It's true. It's unfortunate,
but it's true.
It's true. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And like, we have the Walt Disney generation. All these girls think they're princesses and they're waiting for their Prince Charming.
Actually, even worse than that, I would say, is the social media generation.
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking below average, sometimes Brimolo-looking hippopotami running around out there with OnlyFans accounts, getting these, like, dudes have not been, you have not seen a dude this thirsty since Jesus came back from 40 days in the desert. And they're throwing all this adulation on these women that do not deserve it, just hoping that maybe someone will toss them a piece.
Yep.
They're creating their own problem, just like women did.
Well, I'm going to be honest. Humans are stupid. We don't make rational decisions all the time. So things go south, man. That's just the way it is.
Yeah. I mean, we try. We try to put it out there, show you guys the truth. I mean, make your own decisions, of course. I mean, we're not here to tell you how to live, but
I mean, as a dude, you have to learn how to put yourself first. The
Yeah.
second lesson is you need to learn how to say no. And the third lesson is you need to mean when you say no.
Yep. Now, a woman will get mad when you tell her no, but she'll respect you.
In fact, it's on the list of things you tell women that piss them off. We're going to do a show on that. It's going to be funny.
But yeah, man, at the end of the day, it's all about keeping your power, keeping your dignity. If you don't want to do something, say no. When these ladies expect you to bend yourself into a pretzel and dive into a barrel to make them laugh because they don't know how to make themselves happy, send them packing.
That's right.
Anybody who is incomplete by themselves will never be complete with you.
Well, they'll try by turning you into Bozo the Clown.
Yeah.
Like, you're literally going to shack up with this chick, go to her place. There'll be a unicycle, a red wig, and some bowling pins to juggle while you're riding around.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah. Instead, now we have a generation of men who, Alim Rashid in the chat, buying bathwater.
I know. I heard about that.
Was it the chick who
OnlyFans
who
chick
looks perpetually retarded because she's constantly got her tongue out, her braces on her teeth, and she's going cross-eyed? Like, I'm sorry, on what planet is that attractive?
I don't know.
And yet, this chick's a millionaire. And dudes buy her bathwater.
Yeah, and our job is to try to wake these dudes up.
Ugh.
Because it's so stupid.
Ugh. Ugh. And there was that one dude, actually, who did a really funny spoof video. At the time, I called him out incorrectly for this, so this is me, retracting that one. Vito, he did some really funny reviews on the new Disney Star Wars movies. He did a video where he bought Belle Delphine's bathwater and he was going to vape it.
Oh God!
So he vapes it and he's like, "This is what evil must taste like."
Dude, you're asking to get a lung infection doing shit like that.
Well, he didn't literally buy her bathwater.
I hope not.
That would be bad.
You think?
That would be bad. Ugh. Yeah, man. Never subscribe to an OnlyFans. Never, like, seriously. People have been wondering where the hell I got all that material for the Brazilian butt lift chick, the Asian who wants to sleep with 500 and now 1,000 people before she hits 30. Kazumi squirts. That's what it is.
Kazumi squirt.
Kazumi squirts are like, well, how'd you get her stuff then? I have my ways.
Never win.
If you want to know, redonkulasblake@gmail.com. Because I found out you can't even share that in Facebook Messenger because they'll be like, oh, you can't do that. You got to give these stunning and brave women a slice of the pie. Like, no, I don't.
You can't.
Kiss my ass.
Wow. All right. That's nuts. All right.
Although at the same time, it's like, okay, are you hacking or are you simping and then just giving away the goods? I don't know. I mean,
and I don't know. What are the stats on these women? The average one makes like $150 a month or something.
yeah, like that. They all go on there thinking they're going to be Jenna Jameson, and then they wind up being like, you know, T Painful, the local rapper, who makes $120 singing karaoke down at the dive bar.
They're like they're basically the cigar girl at the bar.
Yeah.
That's
Better than being a cigar girl at the White House. Hey-o! Call back!
I didn't even think of that one. Oh, my God. That's great.
Oh, I know. I'm terrible.
How dare you?
We're going to hell, and we're getting there quick.
In a handbasket, no less.
Yep.
All right, we got some super chats to read, and then we are going to call it a day, but that doesn't mean that we're done because we have a music video to shoot for you guys, and I have to finish up editing the Twilight Zone skit. You are going to have 2 live from the lair this Friday, and tomorrow night for members on Locals, Patreon, and Subscribestar, the man over there is going to answer all your questions, whether they're to do with prepping, butt donuts, gastrointestinal fortitude, etc. Allegedly.
All right.
All right. Well, you know, I need to check and see if Risky Krisky ever did update the email. I'm not seeing it.
Okay.
I'm not seeing it. Risky Krisky, you got to hook me up, man. It's not there. All right. So we were talking about Thumper here. Thumper with another chat here. I was active duty E4 at the time and got $100 a month to live on. Wow. Slept on couches and in my car from 2001 to 2004. Nobody cared. Sounds familiar, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, and you know what? When I was on active duty, there was probably a good half a dozen soldiers that I actually had to step in on their behalf because, like, the commander and the first sergeant were telling this dude he had to surrender all this money and all this shit. And literally, I'm like, no, you don't have to do this. The regulation states this. Well, I'm his commander, and that's what I'm telling him. And I'm like, and I'm going to go right to the soldier, fill out his DA 1559,
wow,
and launch the IG complaint that ends your fucking career.
Who were these so-called commanders?
Well,
I'm
they're
sure you
white knight
can't name
pieces
them,
of
but-
shit is what they were.
Damn. Wow, talking about being a pawn for the system.
Yeah. And like the first sergeant was so pissed.
You're supposed to forge men,
It's not your job. It's not your chain of command. I'm like, well, your guys are going to fuck this dude, and you're probably going to fuck him so hard, we're going to cut him down from a rope. And then everyone's going to go be singing the sad song.
Yep.
I mean, dudes are killing themselves at breakneck speed over the shit that's happening in divorce and family court.
Yep.
And having your whole chain of command to just pile on. Fuck that.
Yeah. You're supposed to forge men and ready them for battle, not cripple them and send them home
Well,
as shells.
the thing is, it's called undue command influence. All right. If you go through the regulations in regards to commanders, they have a left and a right limit of what they can and cannot do.
Okay.
Now, telling you need to surrender all your fucking money is outside their limits. And if they try to enforce that, it's called undue command influence.
Yeah. I was going to say that's almost like, let's say you're waiting tables in a restaurant. And then, you know, instead of paying your electric bill first, you want to pay the gas. And then your fucking restaurant manager shows up at your house and says, that's not how you're going to fucking do it.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I earn my money from you. You don't get to tell me how I spend it.
Yeah, but I mean, you're commander and first sergeant, and I've actually recommended this a few times when guys are going, getting heated up and they're going to get divorced. I'd be like, move them back into the barracks, and he won't be around her, and it'll work itself out. Because all it takes is for her to call the cops, him get a charge for domestic, and he's out of the military. And that happens to cops too.
Yeah. God, it's so freaking crazy, man. All right, here we go. We finally got the Guacamole the Virgin story. Dude, this is a page.
It's a long one.
Wow, okay, all right. Well, we got some time here. It's only a little after 1. Back in the GWOT days, what was GWOT?
Global War on Terror.
Oh, okay. Global War on Terror days. I was stationed at Fort Bragg. Oh, boy.
There we go.
Every time Fort Bragg
Every time you
comes
talk about Fort Bragg,
every time.
it's going to end in VD, nudity, or going to jail.
Oh, man. We all hung out with this guy. We hung with this awesome E6 that was assigned to our sister recon battalion. The thing about this guy was that he lived in the barracks. He had some issues, like most good soldiers, and was tons of fun. Let's call him Hero. Right after my tax return season, we all wanted to blow some newfound money. I had like $1,300 in my wallet to begin the night. We had this private in my platoon, and his last name rhymed with avocado, so naturally his nickname was Guacamole. Guacamole happened to be El Salvadorian, virgin, and weighed 120 pounds soaking wet.
Okay.
One of the places we frequented was the famous blacklisted bootleggers and served minors like us. I drove Hero's car and Guacamole, and others rode in the back. Well, I mean, serving minors doesn't really matter. If you have military ID, they're supposed to serve you anyway.
Oh, no. Not anymore.
Oh, not anymore?
No.
Oh, okay. Because
No,
when my brother joined, he could get served anywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Even
Same
though he's
thing
only
with me,
like
but
18.
now they're really cracking down on that,
That's stupid.
especially off post.
If you can pick up a gun and serve your country and lay your life on the line for it, you can,
You should have
buy
a beer.
porn and cigarettes and have a beer.
I think so, yeah. I agree.
Oh, okay, here we go. Hero was so drunk from pre-gaming that he was literally standing on the center console of his Charger as I drove us out of the Butner gate and pretending he was behind a Madeuse shooting the gate guards.
You're going to get fucking pulled over, bro.
A little bit.
What are you doing?
The drink of the night was the Four Horsemen. We drank and shot pool for a while. They made us smoke out back because a bunch of 19-year-old cherries are easy to spot. As we gathered to exchange smokes, we noticed that Guacamole wasn't accounted for. Oh, boy.
Oh, no. Oh, shit.
After a while, Hero saw him making out with a fat, old, stunning, and brave BIPOC woman of color. It was gross, and I laughed very hard. Hero was not impressed and made a scene before we all went out back for a nicotine break. A few hours went by, and we went out for more smokes. We heard a smacking sound periodically from the dumpsters.
Oh, God. Here we go.
A few of us walked over to investigate the fund to find Guacamole on his knees. There's some typos in here. This isn't me being dyslexic.
Okay. Oh, God. Please tell me he wasn't doing what I
The
think.
old black chick was smacking his face with her nasty titties. I lost it and fell to the ground with laughter. Hero became irate. He demanded this stop and announced that if Guacamole was going to lose his V card, it would be with a nice Asian girl and not some 50-year-old morbidly obese troll.
Wow!
We're going to Korean Square, yelled Hero. This was the
Nice.
#1 blacklisted location. I couldn't wait. Let's go, I screamed, and off we went. Hero drove and said he would wait in the car. Guacamole entered the masseuse parlor. The best way that I can explain it is to compare it to a tanning salon. Young 20s Asian grabbed Guacamole and they went in the first room. I went in the second with an older one. She asked what I wanted to drink. I had vodka Red Bulls. I blacked out. After an unknown amount of time, I awoke with Wisty Dick and was receiving a awkward handy. I was annoyed and got up and dressed. I looked into my wallet to find $200. Holy shit, they robbed us, I yelled. Guacamole instantly walked out of his room fully clothed. What the fuck, Guacamole? I asked. He shrugged, insinuating that he was still a virgin. They robbed me, I repeated. Without hesitation, Guacamole pulled his wallet out and showed his CAC card, military ID, and said, "We're undercover agents. This is a sting." The hoes were not buying it. The one with me yelled to call the cops. The younger one picked up a wireless phone and began to dial. Guacamole immediately slapped the phone out of her hand. "Grab the cash register," he yelled. I walked over and hit the machine one time. It opened. I grabbed everything I could. Hero had been watching from the parking lot and could see the register from the glass storefront. He was honking the horn. We bailed and jumped into the car and sped off. I counted the cash. $25. I grabbed five $5 bills from the drawer. Fuck my life. It's a long story, but it was worth it.
First of all, like when I hung out at Bragg, there's always a list of blacklisted businesses. All right. And there was a couple times.
And it was because of stuff like this, like the...
robbing, whoring, drugs, fighting, stuff like that. Yeah. I remember I got busted at a blacklist place.
Okay.
And it was basically a bar that people went to drink after hours. They're all over the place. They shut down and reopen. And the sergeant major's reading me the riot act. And I'm like, I'm sergeant major. What do you want me to do? I needed to drink, and it was 4 in the fucking morning. I mean, what do you want from me?
Yeah.
It's just like,
what are you going to do?
I know what I want from you. 12-mile road march. I basically like 3 bags full.
3 bags full.
I went and got my shit and walked my 12 miles.
That's awesome. Oh, man. I realized after all this time, doing all this, we actually forgot to shout out our sponsor for today.
All right.
I want to make sure that I do that here real quick, and you guys get to look at a really nice ass while we're doing it.
Okay.
So are you ready for this?
Yeah.
All right. There it is. Uncle Nick is coming home for the holidays, and he wants to stuff your stocking. He's a cigar-smoking aviator-wearing, liquor-loving punk. He's kind of like a quim-drinking army grunt we all know and love without the brain damage. Don't line up all at once, ladies. Go to frankservy.com and pick up a copy of Uncle Nick today, because I said so. You're going to find a link in the description.
Do it.
Do it now. That is a really nice ass. It's probably a cartoon, but that's probably why it's so nice.
Yeah.
And age-restricted.
And we're age-restricted.
That's how it goes, man.
Are we almost done?
Oh, yeah. We're just going to get through the last of the chats.
Oh, hang on. What's our count? How many?
727 on YouTube.
Middle of the day, 700? That's not bad.
Thank y'all for tuning in. 34 on Twitch, 31 on DLive, 26 on Odyssey, and 14 on MGTOW.tv. Winning. Thank you all very much. It's always nice to see everybody, figuratively speaking. Jaffo on the bound, fleshing out his earlier super chat. I was dating, not married to her.
Thank God.
I had every intention to be father and not run away from it. At the time, it was a custody dispute between her ex, and I didn't know the details until she went nuts on me. Well, did you know there was a custody dispute at all? As soon as you hear that,
all right,
guard yourself.
If you are hanging out with a woman and she tells you she's having a custody dispute, you have just put the red flag in your asshole and are ignoring it.
Yeah, that's when you give her a fake name. Hey, Scott McTavish. I'm from Ireland. Slut Bonwana. I'm from Iraq. Smooth criminal. I went out with a chick and started ordering the most expensive thing on the menu. I figured her early on. When the waiter came with the check, I told him to split it. I told her I don't feed strays.
Nice! Brutal. I will say this, though.
I haven't used this effect in a while.
Thug life.
I would say that very much counts.
Now, listen, I'm an old school kind of guy. If I ask a woman out, I pay. But I don't allow myself to be taken advantage of.
Exactly.
Like, for instance, I will not. I've had women like, hey, we need to go this place. And I check it out. $200 a plate. No, not doing it.
No, not so much.
And if that doesn't get me a second date or a first date, then so be it.
Hell, man, wedding food isn't that expensive.
Well, I'm not anybody's fucking doormat anymore, man.
No. I learned when I was 25, 26, after my horse chick left, that you should never feed a woman before you fornicate with her.
Okay.
Just saying.
I got you.
Might make me a pig, but hey, it worked. Just saying.
All right. Yeah. I can't argue with
Well,
that.
because if you take them out and they're instantly wowed by how much money you're going to spend on them, they're going to expect that every single time. Don't do it.
It's called the menu.
Either she's got cool points or she doesn't. Period. And cool points will outlive her looks 100 times out of 100.
Oh, let's see. Cool points will outlive her looks. You're accurate until she dies.
Well, yeah. That's why I said outlive, not. Oh!
Just saying, man. I'm just clarifying for the audience.
I'm just saying. All right. That is a really fun. I don't feed strays. That's fantastic.
That is awesome.
Crazy Uncle with 2 donations here back to back. Back in the day, we didn't use bail. I heard find him, fuck him, and forget him. And I was raised by the old standard and thought this was bad, and I know better now.
Yeah, I've heard that when I was in grade school myself.
Mm-hmm.
Find him, finger him, French him, fuck him, forget him.
Women don't understand. When an ex gets married, we take a deep breath and think, finally, that psycho will finally leave me alone. Bitch.
Yeah.
It is really bizarre. There are a few different milestones in a person's life where you will find out who your friends are,
Yes.
who your enemies are, and who thought that you were going to be there at the finish line when they were ready. And that's when you move in with someone, get engaged, get married, and you have a kid. And if you get divorced, you really find out who your friends are.
Dude, when I was getting divorced, I had to like excommunicate family members, friends I had known for decades. People I thought would have my fucking six no matter what. And a lot of these people, I bent over backwards to help them out in the past. And when I needed help, I don't want to get involved. You're done. I don't need you in my life. Fuck off.
F that, man. Ugh. You know what? I've been thinking about a different, because we really enjoy doing these streams. Like we'll occasionally do a Thursday stream that's public for everybody to, send in their chats on a subject.
Uh-huh.
Next one we do, I want to hear everyone's slingback stories.
Oh, that's ingenious.
Because I know you've got some.
Oh.
I've got some.
I've got like a good half a dozen slingback stories.
Hell yeah. If you guys out there in the chat, if you haven't yet watched the Slingback Effect, check it out. It's an old first season episode. You'll find it in the Terrence Pop Archive channel. Speaking of which here, if you haven't subscribed, youtube.com/TerrencePopCulture and /Grunt Speak. Find your streams on the Terrence Pop Culture channel, and the Grunt Speak channel has short bits from all your favorite moments on this here show.
Now, isn't our entire inventory on DLive as well?
DLive is like Twitch. It only holds on to a stream for about a week,
Okay,
and then
all right.
in order to save their bandwidth, they chuck it.
Okay.
It is what it is.
All right. I can
These are new tech sites. They don't have the limited, the practically unlimited resources of
Got it.
like Google, Amazon. It is what it is. Town drunk. I like it. Got drunk as heck watching the show last night. An hour after it ended, I fell out. Just woke up, and here I am with a fresh drink.
Amen.
Hey, we are your day drinking special right here. Crazy Uncle, her. Can't we be friends? Me. No.
Yeah, look, being friends with women is not really feasible for the most part.
And they don't really want you to be friends.
No. Well,
They want you to go back to being the boho that they can go to for attention and resources when whoever they left you for starts going bad.
now I'm not saying like a woman and a man can't be friends. I know a couple guys who have had like female friends they've known since they were little kids.
Well, it's different.
And they look at them as sisters now.
Yeah. I've got some like that I've just grown up with them. I mean, to look at them like that, I'd have
You're like, ugh.
mentally ill.
Want me to touch your box? No,
my
it's
God.
gross. You're like my sister, man.
It's like
I
those
understand
women,
completely.
I could get drunk as a skunk around them. I still wouldn't do anything.
Yeah. You're like, no.
No. Even when you're young, dumb, and full of the stuff that rhymes with dumb, you wouldn't do that.
Well, it all depends upon the person.
That's true enough. Because there is that 20% of dudes, all they need is a six-pack and some imagination.
That's right. They'll bang anything. Everyone in the room gets banged.
I mean, yeah, we know they'll bang anything because there are dudes who have died of electrocution from a freaking pocket pussy that plugs directly into a wall socket. What were you thinking?
Or they slam a light bulb up their ass. Or the World War II artillery round that they pulled out of the dude's ass in the emergency room a couple weeks back.
Glass ass with the mason jar.
Oh, my God. What are you thinking?
I mean, everybody's got their kinks, I guess.
No, that's no.
I just prefer to think that mine are normal.
Yeah. We should actually do a list of normal kink.
When kinks go too far.
Oh,
There
gotta
you
put
go.
that in the book. It's going in the brain.
We could do another stream on that and bring you guys into the chat for it. When kinks go too far.
Gotta write that in.
Yeah, you know what? We could do that. We could do the slingback and kink story thing, one or the other, on Tuesday night, because I just talked to everybody's favorite, Lauren Brooks, and she is down for coming on the show again.
All right.
All right.
Well, first of all,
Who better to talk about kinks with?
well, she's a big men's rights activist, so
Yeah, I love Lauren. She's great.
she's a good person.
Yes, she is. Blood or water, there was no forbidden fruit till God made Eve, and on top of that, she came with strings attached, mostly between her legs. God did give a warning.
Well, if you think Eve was bad, there was one before her, Lilith.
Lilith, yeah.
That was a fucking crazy bitch.
They brought her into the show Lucifer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn, that's a good show.
I'm at the third season. I got to keep watching it.
It's damn good. Tom Arnfeld from Denmark with 500 Danish crowns, and that equates to $76 US, and I think that qualifies for one of these.
We're not worthy! We're not worthy!
I've been enjoying your very awesome content for a while. Thanks for a good show.
You're welcome, bro.
Yeah, thanks for watching, man.
Listen, man, I'm just trying to keep dudes from killing themselves.
That's what it's all
All
about.
right. There's a lot of shit out there that makes life seem hopeless. But if you can keep your humor, you can defeat hopelessness.
Yeah. And you know all about that.
Yes, I do.
If you can come back from living in your car, eating off the dollar menu at McDonald's, having to go back into the military with brain damage, no less, and driving 571 miles one way to see your kids twice a month for over 5 years.
Well, first of all,
you guys can make it. Anyone can.
Well, most people don't seem to understand what it takes to stay on active duty. You got to pass a PT test every 6 months. You got to pass a physical every year. All right. And you know how hard that is when you fucking live in chronic pain?
Oof. Yeah, because when I first met you, you were sleeping in traction.
Yeah. I slept in traction for 4.5 years.
Oof. Yeah, and I remember the first time you and I ever broke bread together was after we finally finished the first few videos and we're sitting across from each other, and you just dead-faced, completely serious, looked at me and said, I'm getting kind of tired of living, man.
Yeah.
And I was worried about you for a long time.
Yeah.
And then when we started doing this, that's when I started kind of seeing you hit that curve and kind of going back in a good direction, because you got out of the pain mine and started to laugh at it again.
Yeah. I took a couple wicked shots, went back on the ropes, clinched, came out, waited for the bell.
Yeah.
I took my rest and came out swinging.
And I think that's why the message connects with these dudes, the 398 whose lives that you saved, is because you've talked repeatedly about how what we discuss on this show, what we laugh at, the stuff that we poke fun at the most, is all shit you did.
I did it myself. So it's a fucking idiot.
Yeah. And if you can hit that low point and bounce back and use that wisdom to save other lives, then
listen,
all
man,
worth it.
everyone out there is going to take an ass whipping from life.
Yep.
You're going to have to go you're going to get knocked to the mat.
Yeah.
And you're going to have to take an 8 count. It's not a shame to take a knee when you need to.
MT Fryson says $3.99.
All right.
$3.99. One more till pizza party.
$3.99. Hang on, let me put that in here. $3.99.
All right. Thank you very much, Tom Arnfeld, for that very generous chat. And we go to Alex Patino. It doesn't matter where you go in the Army, there's always a band club. But every week the club would change its name and the fun continued.
Absolutely correct.
Did they really do that?
Yeah, well, in Bragg they did. It happened all the time off post. But on Fort Lewis, it was called the Madigan Club when I was there. And that thing was blacklisted on and off the entire time I was at Fort Lewis for like almost 5 years.
Yeah.
I still went anyway. I didn't care.
Nice.
I got yelled at. Fuck. Were you at the Madigan? I don't know. Well, your car was in the parking lot.
Well,
Maybe I was. I don't remember. 12-mile goddamn road march. All right. Sure.
I could do 12 miles standing on my head.
I'll see you by lunch. I'll be good. No, back when I was a young stud, 12 miles was nothing for me.
If you had to do it now?
Oh, no, I'd be hammered.
Yeah.
I'm broke. I'm old.
Well, hammered in a different way than what we're used to seeing you as on here.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, I could maybe walk 6 miles.
Maybe. Allegedly. All right, jumping back over to Streamlabs here. Check this out. Kiro Ninja 00. Hey, Pop and Blake, what is your opinion on Florida Governor DeSantis creating a civilian military force?
Well, first of all, the civilian military force has been in existence since the beginning of our country.
Yeah.
There's like 30 states that have this on the books.
Yeah, and most of them are blue states. Which
This is
why,
nothing new.
It's why it's hilarious when Democrats started blowing a gasket when he brought this up. Florida used to have one. It was disbanded, I want to
After
say.
World War II.
Yeah, and then now he just wants to bring it back.
I don't have a problem with it. In fact, I think every state should have an independent militia run by the state, and there should be also independent militias just to keep everyone honest, in my opinion.
Well, when you're going on almost a year and a half now of straight burning, looting, and murdering, I would say a state militia sounds like a damn fine idea.
Well, it's going to happen. I mean, historically speaking, when the rule of law breaks down, somebody steps in to fill a vacuum.
Yep.
Every time.
And in these blue states especially, where, you know, they refuse to acknowledge reality and keep referring to them as protests, that's the rule of law breaking down.
Yep.
All right. He says, Blake, I want to send you some sake and Japanese whiskey, but I can't in Florida. Oh, that sucks. Can you give me a store name that you can pick up your happy juice nearby? I want to say yes. Shoot me an email, redonkulasblake@gmail.com. My neighbor that we shot the Twilight Zone skit with, he knows of an app that connects to a liquor store nearby. They've got everything. Oh, yeah.
Joy.
Brigadier General Gluteus Exterminatus, which would mean ass destroyer in regular nomenclature, I guess. I like it. Bootery and Simpery. In a nutshell, research RE4 animated parody, Ashley the Terrible. All right, you're going to have to email me that link because I can't click on it in Streamlabs, which sucks.
Sorry.
Usually the different generals and airmen and whatnot on Streamlabs are Jackal the Emperor. We always appreciate all of his donations. And Polska Bob jumping right in here just now with a $25 donation. I think it qualifies.
We're not worthy! We're not worthy!
Blake, you're a time-traveling fucking hobgoblin. Straw, please, and enjoy the beer monies. Ooh, it landed over that. That's a new spot. Thank you very much, Mr. Bob. Oh, here we go.
Fail. I failed.
You throw like a girl.
So I've been told.
Or you throw like my wife with her right hand.
No. I've been a terrible thrower. I'm just not good at it. And it caused all kinds of ass pain in basic training.
I hope not literally.
No. Like, literally, we're doing the hand grenades. And then I get up there to throw the hand grenade. And I think, and literally, the drill sergeant's like eating this apple. He's like, you fucking with me, Pop? I'm like, no. He goes, oh, hey, come on, man, watch this.
What are you doing?
And before I know, I had like 8 drill sergeants all sitting there. All right, go ahead. They're like, laughing at me. Like, after that, I had to throw between 30 and 100 grenades before I could go to breakfast and dinner.
Wow.
So by the time I had to do the test for the hand grenade course, I maxed it.
Nice.
I was literally like,
whoa.
Throwing a hand grenade 15 meters into a 1x1 hole in a bunker. Boo. The drill sergeant's like, hey, Pop's got his rhythm. All right.
All right.
But I've always had bad hand-eye coordination. I was not an athletic kid. I played football. I sucked. All I was just a complicated tackling dummy. That's it. I took an insane amount of abuse.
But you were also a D&D dork. Like there was a lot of people, didn't watch the show. They didn't see you grow up.
Yeah.
So they think of you as Terrence Pop. But Terrence Pop was a D&D dungeon master.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a couple times, like, what was it? I was in 9th grade. We're playing Dungeons and Dragons, and I had skipped, 7th hour.
Oh, did you get in trouble?
Not really. I was in the library.
Oh, okay, I got you.
I'm in the library studying. That's what I told everyone.
I'm studying.
I had like 6 or 7 guys with me. We're doing our thing. And this one motherfucker comes in. He starts fucking around. And I'm like, dude, this is not the place for this. What are you going to do about it? I kicked him in the balls. And the librarian, she's at the counter. She's like, oh. She goes, I didn't see anything, Terrence. Perhaps you should pack up your books and go now. I was like, all right. I didn't get in trouble or nothing. I got a pass.
That is awesome. Hey, if you ever wanted to get back into D&D, I'm sure there are some fans out there or members on the various sites that would totally do a Zoom call with you. Have you done DM their shit?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
How long has it been since you played?
I'd say about 6-7 years.
Oh, okay, so actually you've played since we've known each other. So.
Well, I run a game for my buddy's kids and their friends.
Okay.
I
That's
don't play
nice.
myself.
Oh, okay. You just kind of supervise.
Like my buddy's kids, he's like my brother. His kids are my nephews, pretty much.
Yeah.
I've run D&D for those guys since they were like 9,
Nice.
and they're in their 20s now.
That's cool, man. All right, over to Odyssey. We got Mr. Right again. Advantage us midlifers have over the young guys is we get to see today's profile pictures of our crushes from 20 years back.
I know. Oh my God! Like in my last high school reunion, those women look rough, man.
I know. I mean, I'm 38, and some of the ladies that I put the hose to back in the day now, they randomly show up as my, you should friend this person thing, and I look and I'm like,
They're looking rougher than sandpaper, bro.
I'm looking at it like Michael Myers admiring his work. Sarah? What happened? Holy shit.
You hit the wall.
Oh, man, it looked like Gordon Ramsay stuffed her for a pig roast. Mr. Right again, don't pickle your testicle from behind. It sounds like sensible advice.
Yeah.
Could be bad. Could be bad. All right. So I think we are done for today. I'm going to do a quick double and triple check. Make sure I'm not missing any chats. I don't want anybody to feel left out. Looks like we're doing pretty good. Still got 677 people watching us over on YouTube. Thank you all again very much for tuning in. Tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, Pop will be on Patreon, Locals, and Subscribestar, streaming to the members over there. So if you haven't yet signed up for a membership and you feel like it, links are in the
And
videos.
hopefully I can excommunicate Murphy from showing up.
Well, this time we're like start trying to hook up at around like 7:30.
Okay.
Because you can start streaming to the YouTube page and not click go live. You
All
can
right.
just confirm that it's working.
All right, cool.
All right. So we'll
Cool.
We'll nip this in the bud. We'll keep a bat with gutter nails in it around for Murphy this time.
All right.
All right. So with that being said, I will see you on Monday at Pop Safety Briefing.
Don't drink and drive. Don't drink and swim. Wear a condom, take it with you, or flush it down the toilet. If you have to use a weapon for self-defense, shoot to kill, not to wound, because it generates a lot of paperwork and problems.
Very true. All right. And since we're ending a little bit early today, how about we end today with Clarence the Cop?
Hey, it's your old buddy Joe, Uncle Joe. And today I'm going to tell you just a story about this guy. What's his name? What's that guy's name? Clarence? Yeah, I think it's Clarence. Clarence the cop? Yeah, that's it. Clarence Cop. Yeah, that's the guy I'm going to tell you a story about today. Growing up in Scranton, the mean streets of Scranton. Well, there was this guy, Corn Pop. And Corn Pop, he was a bad dude. And this one time, me and him got into it, and we were about to throw down. I think that's what the kids are calling it today. They're throwing down. But back in my day, we used to call it fisticuffs. And because he was, this guy, like I said, Corn Pop, he was a bad dude. And then Clarence stepped in and he was like, come on, man, come on. And me and Corn Pop looked at each other and were like, yeah, come on, man. What are we doing? What's going on? So we jumped on our bicycles. Then we went down to the soda pop shop and we got ice cream. So I learned a lot that day about roaches and fisticuffs and Rocky Road ice cream. And it's all because of Clarence. Clarence Pop. Clarence Pop the cop. And thank you, Clarence. All right. Okay, let me turn this off here. Now, you guys are paying me for this, right? Just make sure you send Hunter the money and you put it in his account and